Hello, everyone. Um a warm welcome to all of you. I am Sundaraman. I head the HR for Kansai Nerolac Paints in India. My topic for today is learning in HR tech, whether it's overdone or having a personal connect. Friends, as you know, in the past 8 months, post lockdown, we have seen a shift in adopting technology in organizations. And with more employees working remotely during the first half of this year because of the coronavirus pandemic, technology has become more important to human resource department. There has been several HR tech trends, including increased use of artificial intelligence in hiring, recruiting, technology tools for wellness, as well as there are a lot of collaborative tools that have come into place. Most importantly, to keep the learning agility alive, we have a lot of e-learning platforms and e-learning tools and content along with mobile learning being implemented in organizations. While I say even post COVID, the trend is going to continue, I would say that it's very good to have technology. There is an improvement in the usage of technology, adapting to technology to further enable our online learning, career development, feedback, and engagement. While these are very important, one should also look at the redundancy and also integration with other systems for maximum productivity. While these trends are good for any organization to adopt, we also need to see how they are affecting the employee experience. Take the case of AI and machine learning, which have been used by HR professions in recruiting and hiring. While this is just a start, more organizations would get into adopting these technologies. These technologies should be able to handle workplace complexities since human behaviors or dimensions of work cannot be completely covered with technology. So we need to have some kind of a process also incorporated along with the technological process. So it has to be a blended approach. I would cite an example now, from the education field. The biggest example I could cite is on online examination. While we require an invigilator in a typical classroom environment, there are assessment platforms that has been embedded along with AI tools as digital proctoring is concerned. This can only scan the environment when the student gives the exam and also movement of his face and eyelids, etc. But this does not capture anything from the backside of the computer since the camera is in the front. So while there are technologies, at the same time, there are while we implement multiple cameras, then the cost of proctoring also will go up. So now these are things which are really an organization needs to look into it. Now during these times, there has been a surge of wellness apps, and as you see, it's very good. It's informative. There are a lot of things embedded within a wellness app. However, what I foresee is that uh, these wellness apps, we would also the privacy quotient also goes haywire. So I think while we look at all these apps which are very important for any organization, there are certain flip sides as well. More and more organizations have got into working towards e-learning and knowledge solutions. While this is good for organizations to really have learning agility on, we have lost the interactions with respect to face-to-face as well. We have these collaborative tools which have come into the market. We have Zoom meetings, we have Microsoft Teams or any other collaborative tool. While these collaborative tools are there, we do have certain restrictions as well. While inside a classroom environment, we would be able to kind of debate. So I would say that we should not completely eradicate the traditional learning environments. At the same time, we should have a blended learning approach, and this would really be good. There'll be probably 80% usage of technology and 20% face to face, and I think that will be good for us to really understand the human behavior. Thank you, friends.